Hi everyone, I'm Laura. Welcome back to my channel. You're seeing a bunch of stuff here in front of you. I wanted to talk to you a little bit. I know I said in one of my videos I was going to discuss how things went last weekend, and I keep forgetting to. So we're going to discuss that along with the title of this video, which is my beading journey, and that I know a lot of people say, I can never make jewelry. I can't do it. I could never do something like that. Everybody can do it. For the most part. I mean, people may have limitations, that kind of thing. These are some of my last pieces I did. We're just going to set them off to the side. And I want to show you, well, this is kind of what's happened with it. This is one of the first pieces, or maybe two. I may have taken it apart. Here is some more. As you can see, they are just river rocks and really bad gluing. And I literally was taking a head pin, putting it in there, a ton of glue, and then coating the rock to make it look pretty. I actually sold quite a few pieces. This one actually, I don't know if you can see the eagle head. It's got the whole eye, the beak, everything. Very pretty. And I'll tell you, this has been probably 11 years. And that is not coming off there. This is the jewelry glue that you can buy. Yeah, that's not coming off there. So, and this piece is just a rounded rock, flat on one side, and it also is not coming off there. A ton of chain, beads on stretch cord that I'm surprised after 10 years it's kind of sort of holding up. And I just crimped it. I made a loop and crimped it to right onto the wire, or onto the chain with a crimp. Looks like a crimp bead. Yeah, back then I wasn't watching YouTube videos. I mean, that's the original clasp. So here's another one. So this must be two chains just all balled up. These are just beads from Walmart, guys. So there you go. That's where I started. I knew nothing about making jewelry. And I still cannot wire wrap a rock. It looks horrible. This was probably, I don't know, 3 years ago. That was my attempt at wire wrapping. We won't even discuss that. I actually have an example of one of my wire wrapped this is actually not a real arrowhead, but I did this probably a few months ago. That video is on my channel. And I have grown, as you can see, throughout my journey. So I think one of the biggest things that helped me is I ran across during the 2019, 2020s, I ran across Wendy Whitman's channel. And that is what brought me to where I am today. And through her, I found Marcy and Louisa and all these other channels, okay? I learned how to do this. Well, this one was my first attempt, and it's a little wonky, from Baby Squirrel Beading. I need to make more of these. I sold the one that I had out. And I think I have one more that's kind of similar. It's more like this one. I tried something different and I don't like it. I'm going to go back and take these all off and redo this. I can save this because it's really loose. I don't like how this came out. Yeah, the beads are like in there wrong. They don't stay. And I actually pulled one out. I don't like how this one came out. But I learned how to do this. The rest of these came out, you know, you learn not to pull too tight and learn how to keep yourself from pulling when you shouldn't. And then I can also make bracelets like this wrap bracelet. This is a multi-wrap. Bracelets like this. To jewelry like I've just recently made. Even taking bare wire, which I need to work on these. These are going to be hanging not charms, but kind of like for windows or for your pots and that kind of thing, for planters. Yeah, so there's that. So never say never, guys, because it's not really that hard to get started. I started by using just regular pliers, old pair of wire cutters from Allen, and then I gradually purchased better tools. Through Wendy, I subscribed to Bargain Bead Box, and that started me on my probably most prolific journey into beading, because through Bargain Bead Box you get, and I have not touched my last Bargain Bead Box, you get so much. And I know a lot of people don't always see my Bargain Bead Box unboxings, but guys, it really is so worth it. First of all, we usually get chain. We usually get findings, depending on what the findings are and what color. We will get like ear wire extras, that kind of things. We always get a wide selection of beads and things like that. And there's always, always a pendant. And I absolutely love my pendant this month. So, yes, my link for Bargain Bead Box is down below. It is $23 a month, shipped directly to your door. You cannot go to Hobby Lobby or Walmart or any place and buy these, because these are gemstones. Gemstones here. These are beautiful. These little check glass pumpkins. You got more here and everything. And these little pumpkin guys are beautiful. If you were to have to go and buy just these, it's more than your $23 alone. And each month is a surprise, unless you want to watch Lauren and, give a sneak peek. You're going to get an idea of what you're going to get each month. So Bargain Bead Box is what started me on my journey of becoming more. And then, of course, my latest box is the Craftica. Let me get some more of these out. These are the bracelets I just made. It is the Craftica check beads exclusive box, and it is also $23 a month. Plus, it's like $4.47, but it's all check beads, and it's shipped to you, and it comes in about 10 days from the day you join. All these links will be below. But guys, there are so many resources out there and bead box subscriptions, and it is just amazing. Now, let's get on to my favorite tools. These did come. These are cousins. I did get these at Hobby Lobby. Along with these. These are my bent chain nose pliers. I do want to get ones that are a little smaller. These are round nose pliers. These are flat pliers, and I'll tell you what, I got these at a tractor show, like flea market thing. These come from Walmart. These are my wire cutters. These came in a box that was, you know, part of a kit from Amazon. They weren't the best. I did have to have Alan work on them, but I did get a pair that they haven't eluded me, but they're here. They also came from Walmart. They look just like these, but they have a blue handle, and they have escaped me. But they are the crimping tools, and this part has come undone, but they work fabulous. My other favorite tool, and I know a lot of people don't like this, this is my 1.5 millimeter one-step looper. I love this. I have arthritis in my hands, and if I'm doing like a lot of loops and I want to make a cha-cha bracelet or something like that, or something with a lot of dangles, or if I'm making a beaded chain, this is what I use. And you do have, the better metal that you're using, the better your loops are going to be. So those are my favorite tools. My other favorite tool, because I do use memory wire. I do not have a pair of memory wire cutters. That'll come down the road, but I have these. They came from Harbor Freight. They are big, they are kind of bulky, but they do cut that memory wire, in any heavy steel chain that we get. If I grab it with my regular cutters and I'm like, oh, that doesn't want to cut, I don't want to ruin my cutters, I'll grab these, and then I don't ruin my cutters. So those are my favorite tools, guys. And another thing that I have on hand, I always have a tape measure. This one has centimeters and inches. And then I have my Dritz sewing gauge. I love this because if I really want to, I can say, okay, I only want this to be an inch, and I can put it right up there wherever I want it, and, you know, keep an eye on where I'm at. I love this tool. If you have one, it is nice to have. So those are kind of my little tools. Another thing, if you have bead bugs, great. I love these little things from the Dollar Tree. They have the rubber on them. They're great. And they just kind of have some metal falling all over. Why I like Bargain Bead Box so much is because when you join, you get a welcome email. Check your welcome email when you join Bargain Bead Box, because she also sends you in that welcome email, you will get a 30% off coupon. So you can start shopping right then. So, the other thing you may want to start with is, if you're not ready for something like that, is head pins. You can get them in gold or silver. And you also want to make sure you have, I was hoping there would be some eye pins laying right here, but get some stuff out of my way. And you want some eye pins. Those are pretty much standard what you need. You'll also want some chain. And you can get it at Walmart. None of the Walmarts around me carry it in the big spool anymore. You also, whoops, I just spilled them all over, want to get a variety of, there's that nasty wire, jump rings. You can get a package with different sizes. These actually came from BB Craft. You know, but I will tell you, better jump rings will give you the best jewelry. You want to make sure they're not real thin, and I'll show you the difference. This is a thin one, really thin. And this is a thick one. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Let me put them on my finger. I had this one on a piece of jewelry. I gave it a tug and it pulled right apart. This is like a 20 gauge. It's not going to do that on your jewelry. This is probably maybe a 22 or even I think it's more like a 24 gauge. I believe these came in the little dishes from Walmart. Let me show you what I'm talking about. These. A lot of these from Walmart I will not use. You can use them, but they're going to fall apart. Let me show you. Yeah, here's these. Let me put one end, just put it on there like it's on a thing. I'll get a hold of it. I'm going to give it a tug. See how that's pulling apart? I'm not even really tugging. That's garbage. They're no good. I will not use them. You don't want your jewelry to fail and fall apart. You'll be really sad because you'll lose it. The bigger ones in here are a heavier gauge. They're really good. So there was, I believe, these were a good gauge, but there was like 2 sizes in here that were really terrible that I didn't use. So, you know, if you do get these big things, if you can find them, just be mindful of the gauges that you're using. So you'll want those. And of course you want lobster clasps. If you get these, the lobster clasps are in them. Very simple. If you plan on doing earrings, you can buy them at Walmart also. I have ear wires. I have a ton from Walmart, so they're very simple, just little fish hook ones. And make sure you buy the little gaskets that go on the back, the little silicone backings, so that you have the backings to put on your earrings. So there's that. Okay, so those are the basics I would want anyone to make sure they started with, other than chain. The other thing you may want to make sure you have, and it is really hard to find this at Walmart anymore. This is just plain Jane. Let me pull you off of sections so I can compare this with you to what you can find elsewhere. we're just going to cut this off. This is Cousin's DIY silver beading wire, 0.3 millimeter. It's a really good buy. You get quite a bit for just starting. It's great. It is pretty flexible. If you do join Bargain Bead Box and you're shopping on their sister site, Bead Box Bargains. And this is really thin, by the way, quite thin. The other thing you may want to make sure you have if you're going to use this is crimp tubes, which you can also get at Walmart. I purchased the 7-strand beading wire. Right now Lauren doesn't have only but this color and I think gray on the website. So you may want to go to like Hobby Lobby or someplace like that and look for colors, or just go online on Amazon and look for colors. You want to get the 0.3, I think it's 0.38 or 0.46, so that it is like, you know, not too thick. 7-strand is good. I also have the beetle one, 7-strand in bronze. I'm about running out of it. I also have the beetle one in brilliant, which is like this, but it's actually 7-strand. This is not. So you can see the difference between these two. Let me show you. The 7-strand is definitely bigger. So there's your wire that you want to look at. I'll put these back over here in my tray. I keep my wire handy, and these spools here will unravel, so I keep them in a plastic baggie. That's why they're not in my tray. And I think that's about all that I wanted to talk about. But that's my beading journey, and now I'm up to working with check glass, which it has become my favorite to work with. I love to work with pearls. I still look for things like this. This is something I've had for back when I first started beading. I got these at a yard sale. A lady that used to make jewelry had many of these, and I don't remember how many I bought. I had sold several of these lockets. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little gold angel in there. I am going to put some of these together. They have a little magnet and they go shut. I am going to put some of these on chain and put them out. They're really, really sweet. So I am going to get some of them together. Spacer beads is another thing you may want to look into, but you don't have to have everything all at once. Start little. Start with what you really want to work on. Work on a few pieces. Learn as you go. It is definitely a growing and learning process. So that's kind of where I wanted to start. And now I do things like bead weaving and you know, making bracelets, and that one fancy, if I can find a picture of it, I'll put it here, that bead weave necklace that's like a choker and it's beautiful. It's in that red, with that red drop. And you know, the whole beading community is fabulous, and there's always videos to look at, to learn from, and there's so many people out there to watch and learn and see each person's style, and each person has their own style on how to make things.